Within the first 7 days of May, something really unexpected is going to happen. Within the first 7 days of May, something completely unexpected is going to happen. And all I can say to you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, what is going to happen, it's not necessarily going to be amazing. It's not necessarily going to be brilliant. It is to do with like a bit of a bitter experience which you are going to have. But this in itself, you needed so much. This in itself, you needed really badly. At that moment in time, your eyes are going to be open and you are going to make one of the smartest, and I really mean one of the smartest and one of the wisest decisions of your entire life. At that moment in time, you're gonna walk through the door, which are gonna start changing your life immediately. Welcome back, my gorgeous Scorpio. Welcome back. Okay? When it comes to the actual numerology, your number is 222. This is a very powerful number and it's a rather angelic number, which means that at the same time you are gonna have this amazing feeling around you throughout the months of May, where you're gonna feel like you're being guided. On one hand, you're going to be so super intuitive, okay? Pay attention to what's going to happen on the 11th of May, for example, and what your intuition, how you're going to be guided with your intuition and what option and choice you will go for. So on one hand, you know, you're going to be very intuitive throughout the months of May, you know, but then on another hand, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you need to understand that, you know, you are gonna feel like there is something or there is someone around you all the time. You know, for those of you who have lost someone, for those of you who have lost somebody who you feel very connected to, who you felt very connected to, who you still perhaps feel very connected to, you know, it's, you know, to some of you have lost somebody, something very sacred is going to take place at around the 16th, 15th and the 16th of May. Something really sacred is going to take place. And what is going to happen is that you are very immensely going to be reminded of that particular person whom you lost. But at the same time, there is going to be such a great sense of responsibility you're going to have, you're going to feel in order to do something. This is very personal, this is very private. Something really important is going to be highlighted to you in terms of your own responsibility. Something immediately you are going to need to do. You need to unpack that aspect of your life. You heard what I said, unpack. You need to unpack that aspect of your life. There is something that you are going to dissect at that very moment in time, and this is going to lead towards something absolutely massive, something huge, something which you are going to discover. And once you discover this, you're going to realize, how on earth did I live my entire life without being aware of this, without being part of this, without being doing this? Yet again, my gorgeous Scorpioni, one thing is going to lead into another. You need to understand that the whole month of May, it's going to be like your spiritual awakening. But when I say spiritual awakening, when it comes to you and when it comes to the month of May, this in itself, it's like just you will be gathering this sense of urgency. How you're going to be gathering this sense of urgency. There are a few different things you're going to come across, you know, this month. And these few different things that you're going to come across, it's going to make you feel it's going to remind you how incomplete you are when it comes to certain aspects of your life. And each thing, it's going to be completely different. But each thing, it's going to be leading towards you understanding clearly what is imminent at this stage of your life. like a really big step which you are going to need to make. But that really big step, it's really going to be concerning and considering your home, you know, your lifestyle. But this in itself, it's only going to be obvious within the last 7 days of May 2024. Indeed, like, oh my goodness. So you see, and also because your number is so powerful, number 222. You listen to me very carefully. Every single time when you come across this number 222, my gorgeous Scorpioni, every single time you come across this number 222, you need to understand that either you need to, at that moment in time, pay attention to what have you been thinking, what's on your mind, because you're standing in your own way when it comes to something really specific, something really particular. You need to change your mind about. You need to start thinking positively. And if there was nothing on your mind and you really didn't think about anything that you can recall or that you can remember, then that means that as soon as you see number 222 or any combination of these numbers, you know, on your time, on computer, or wherever you see it, on a traffic plate, wherever you see, that you need to understand that very soon after that moment in time, there is going to be a very, very interesting, bad, positive news. Okay, and that positive and interesting news, it's going to require from you to understand that you need to now take this on the next level. Otherwise, this would not be connected to any type of sign. This would not be connected to any type of omen whatsoever. Like, oh my goodness, my gorgeous Scorpione, this is absolutely brilliant. And also, and also when it comes to the very first day, for example, like, oh my God, I don't even know what to say, baby. I'm all like shaking. Yeah, I'm gonna start dancing lambada in a minute. If I carry on like this, lambada, baby. Now, seriously, it's like the very 1st of May, 2024. You are already, something is gonna happen here. Something is gonna happen to you on the 1st of May, 2024. And what is gonna happen to you? I mean, what can I say? You're not gonna be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. There is something that's gonna happen, and you're not gonna be able to stop thinking about it. You are gonna feel very connected to this, and it's gonna bring something very specific out of you. Like, in terms of like, oh my God, not only how good you're gonna feel, but you're just gonna feel how badly you want to do something. So therefore, you're gonna become extremely creative about something really specific. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter what did you start, when did you start. It doesn't matter, maybe you're the most successful businessman or whatever. Maybe you think everything is perfect, everything is spot on. It doesn't matter. Or it doesn't matter how busy you are. This is an aspect of your life that is pretty much so connected to your destiny. So that's why it's happening so spontaneously, rather spontaneously. And sometimes it's actually a really good sign when we come across something so mind-blowing like this, and there are so many things that we are dealing with, and we are under so much pressure already. I know it sounds like, oh my God, like a torture, but sometimes that's even a greater sign for us that this is something that we really need to kind of start thinking about it like very, very seriously. And I don't need to tell you this. I don't need to tell you this, my gorgeous Scorpione. So you're going to be very much so inspired and so impressed by something on the very 1st of May, 2024. And this in itself, you know, is just now basically what is going to inspire you. What you don't understand right now is that this is actually going to bring you a sudden progress into your life, like really fast progress. Listen to me very carefully. What is actually going to inspire you here? You're already going to become aware of a major progress in as little as 8 weeks' time. In as little as 8 weeks' time from now, this moment in time, you're already going to have a really nice progress when it comes to what exactly it's actually going to inspire you. And I don't really care. It's not that I don't care, but you know what I mean? If you say to me, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm too busy. No. You need to make the space for this. You need to make a space in your life for this. You need to make a room for this. Perhaps you need to go, perhaps you need to realize that maybe, my gorgeous Scorpione, just maybe, it's time to get rid of the old in order to make a place for new, my gorgeous Scorpione. Maybe, just maybe. Do you see what I mean? So this is what you need to understand. This is going to bring a really amazing progress to you in as little as 8 weeks time. And now it's just basically, you do need to kind of like really work towards it. This in itself is to do with a very specific goal that you need to put as much as your energy as you possibly can. As much as you possibly can. It's to do with a specific goal. And you must trust yourself 100%. Because I don't want to sound like a dark la-la, but if you do not trust yourself with this, like fully, this is not going to work. If there is only an ounce of some kind of a doubt, especially if you're doubting yourself, this is not going to work, because this is the way energy works, my gorgeous Scorpione. And I told you so many times how sensitive you are when it comes to your intuition, and I mean that in a good way, you know. You can do a lot with the power of your mind. You can do a lot with that, and you know, if you're thinking optimistically about things, it's going to be fine. You'll get there, you'll manifest it. You just have to trust yourself. But also, if you're thinking like negatively about certain aspects, you need to about what are you doing, you need to understand that you can only like kind of slow down yourself with that particular energy, because you are very, very powerful. So you need to understand this, so you get the balance right, and you kind of manipulate this energy for something good rather than something really negative that comes out of you not trusting to your spirit and to your soul primarily, which you should most certainly not doubt whatsoever. So this is why, my gorgeous Scorpione, already the 1st of May, it's gonna be like a big mama knocking on your door and bringing you a wonderful little surprise here indeed. So this is brilliant. By the time you get to the actual 2nd of May, my gorgeous Scorpione, by the time you get to the 2nd of May, you know, you are really kind of going to, you know, it's about, this is to do with your devotion. This is to do with what you're devoted to. So the 2nd of May, nothing to do with the 1st of May, okay? So the 2nd of May, it's to do with what you are and what you feel like devoted to. You will, so first of all, it's to do with what you feel devoted to, and that's what you're going to be thinking about. Nothing to do with the 1st of May, okay? 2nd of May, you're going to be thinking what you are devoted to and what you have been devoted to. And you are going to have you are going to be thinking about this idea, you know, and this idea which you're going to have, it's also at the same time, you know, that particular, as soon as you have this idea, when it comes to something you're so devoted to, something that you have been working on, like now something that you have been working on for a while, an aspect of your life where you put so much of your precious energy towards already, you're going to have an additional idea and you're really going to like it. You will surprise yourself when it comes to this idea really pleasantly, and you will not understand where this idea is coming from, but there is a certain experience which you've had within the last few weeks that was playing an important role for you, getting to this stage of your life, getting to this point, you see. So subconsciously you have been guided towards here, so you manifested this yourself, you see. And so you need to understand, as soon as you have this idea, you are going to begin to understand what has been creating you difficulties. You will begin to understand also what have been creating you difficulties. You know, and this in itself, it's like kind of going to make you realize that you need to come up with some kind of a new plan here, which is ever so important. This new plan, it's going to be so important, but something is going to be putting you off, because when you kind of realize, oh, I need to come up with a new plan, I don't want this to put you off the fact that there is some kind of negative experience connected to this in the past. So whether you try this already, because it's a new plan, so whether you've tried kind of this already and it didn't work for you, or you were thinking about it and it wasn't the right time, there is some kind of negative change in circumstances or something like that connected to from before. So I don't want that to put you off. just remember you are entering a brand new stage of your spiritual journey. This is to do with your spiritual awakening. When we are going through our own spiritual awakening, we benefit from new energies, you know, that help us to kind of feel things and sense things in a different light. And that's exactly what's happening here. You will see that you are feeling different, which is brilliant, and that's the energy to actually follow. So you're gonna, so I don't want this to put you off, that this maybe you tried in the past and it kind of, oh God, you know, it didn't work out. No, baby, no, that doesn't mean that it's not gonna work out. Or something negative happened when you wanted to kind of come up with this plan, when you were thinking about this original plan, something happened and now you're just petrified. Oh no, baby, no. Sometimes you just need to nip the bud, my gorgeous Scorpioni. So I know that they're gonna be, when you come up with this new plan, don't expect everything to be like kind of spot on how you imagine, because I do know that there are going to be so many things which are going to be completely uncertain to you, but you need to be strong here. And you need to think about an end result, and you're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to avoid any kind of blockages or anything that can actually confuse you and demotivate you, for example. So there is going to be an important adjustment which you're going to need to make, and you will know which adjustment this is, because there is going to be a very interesting sign you are going to have within the next few days after that moment in time. This very, very interesting omen and sign that you're gonna have. It's gonna happen in such a magical way, but then again, you will connect this to this particular experience on the 2nd of May, and you will know and understand fully which adjustment do you need to make. This you're gonna find a rather rewarding as well, and it's gonna bring such a satisfaction into your life. There is someone very, very interesting, someone who I really like, who is also kind of gonna give you an advice about this. Somebody extremely wise in your life, somebody very spiritual, someone really wise, somebody really intelligent, somebody a little bit different, somebody who gives you an advice every now and then, and somebody who is rather consistent in your life. But the bottom line is that that particular person is going to give you an amazing advice as well, but it's more going to be like a confirmation to you rather than an advice, because it's to do with, like, you know, things that you already have been aware of, but to be confirmed from by somebody like this is going to mean to you quite a lot, my gorgeous Scorpioni, indeed. What I was going to recommend you is this absolutely gorgeous lapis lazuli, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous lapis lazuli, also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt. Oh my God, this one is one of my favorite indeed. When you wear this, you know, you almost benefit from this power that it gives you. You know, it doesn't only open your eyes, but it helps you to understand things that are strange, things that are unusual, anything you find mysterious about situations or about certain people or certain things that you can't understand. It really helps you to connect, you know, quite nicely. And also at the same time, it's brilliant when it comes to like a talking, when it comes to communicating, when it comes to expressing yourself, and it also activates your, you know, your third psychic eye as well. And when we activate when we activate our third psychic eye, we really reconnect with ourselves, and we start realizing what are we missing out on in life. We start realizing what are we not doing, you know, and sometimes we don't do things that we are passionate about because we have some kind of internal blockage when it comes to our energy. So something happens, some kind of a karma, something that we need to deal with, something that we need to work on. So this really helps you like to get to the bottom of certain things that have been affecting you in the past in such a way where they're stored at the back of your subconscious mind, and they're still controlling you to this day, but you're not aware of it because it's controlling you in such a way where you're locked in yourself, within yourself, and you can't understand why were you so passionate about certain things before and why you're not doing them now. So this helps you to get get this energy going. You really kind of put this on, and you know, you start remembering certain things. It refreshes your memory, and it's also what I said before, it's absolutely brilliant when it comes to communication and talking and things like that. This gorgeous lapis lazuli pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and to buy this, you just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, and you will see where you can buy it, or simply you can just see on top of the comment section. Now I just pinned things on top of the comment section, or you can just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and you can buy my pendant that way as well. The next important date, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's going to be on the 13th of May. On the 13th of May, oh my God, an important message is about to arrive. An important message is about to arrive. And this message, it's going to really kind of, you know, it's going to remind you, it's to do with this obstacle. Okay, so this message is going to remind you of this obstacle, and you will kind of realize based on this message that, you know, you have been, okay, no, it's like this. You will get a message, an important message is going to arrive, yeah? You will get a message on the 13th of May, and that message is going to make you aware of, like, basically something that you are so unrealistic about. Something that you have been so unrealistic about. Do you get me? So on the 13th of May, you're going to get an important message. And first of all, this message is going to make you aware of an aspect of your life that you have been like kind of unrealistic about. And that in itself kind of created an obstacle. So now what you need to understand, this is when you are going to have this really powerful psychic insight. And your third eye is going to open, and you will see the truth, my gorgeous Scorpioni, for what it is. You need to follow your intuition. You need to follow your intuition when it comes to this. This is so important. By following your intuition, you're going to release fear, my gorgeous Scorpioni. You're going to regain, you know, composure, and you're going to release fear. But it's about releasing fear. This is what's important, because the moment in time you realize this, the moment you're not going to realize that you release the fear, but what you're going to realize by what are you actually going to realize, you know, as soon as you become aware of, like, you know, what you have been unrealistic about. This is what I'm talking about, that you will see the truth for what it is. This in itself is going to play an important role when it comes to you releasing fear, and that in itself is going to lead towards you, you know, having this crazy mind-blowing willpower, you know, and this mind-blowing crazy willpower that you're going to have. It's instantly going to make you creative. It's instantly going to make you feel powerful. It's instantly going to put you in a mode like for action. And this is the time when you are pretty much so going to be directing your will. You will be directing your will, and you need to understand that now you're gonna, or this is actually gonna set you free. This is going to set you free, because now you're going to realize that you have all the resources you need, inner and outer, to move on with your life and to do something really big. Here you're going to realize for the first time, and you will be able to feel them on a completely different angle, how much your life and how quickly your life is actually going to change. Also, when it comes to the actual 27th and the 28th of May, on the 27th and the 28th of May, there are going to be two paths ahead. Listen to me very carefully. On the 27th and the 28th of May, there are going to be two paths ahead, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And you are going to need to make an important decision. And you are going to need to make an important decision, and you're also going to need to, but you're not going to be able to kind of make an important decision unless you detach yourself from something. And unless you detach yourself from something, now this is when Big Mama comes in and gives you a big wet kiss. This is what you need to detach yourself from. And this the moment of detachment, it's already going to start on the 13th of May when you become aware of this important message. Okay, so you know, this is what you're going to need to detach yourself from in order to make this important decision. When you become aware of two paths ahead, you will know which path to go for. There is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. It's going to be like in black and white, like literally in black and white, baby. But you will realize as well, oh my God, now, you know, if I didn't detach myself from this unrealistic thing, I would never be able to do this in the first place. So this in itself is going to be so important, because at the same time, this is, you know, to do with like, you know, with you kind of like just moving on with your life. But then at the same time, it's like just about really important decision which you're also going to make. All this is going to make you feel so good about yourself, and it's going to feel like a breath of a fresh air, literally, my gorgeous Scorpioni, especially after everything you have actually been through within the last 2 or 3 years. By the time you can come to an end of May 2024, it's like a light at the end of the tunnel that you've been waiting for a very long time. It's just now, it's literally happening, like, oh my God. The next important date, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's gonna be on the 20th of May. On the 20th of May, you know that here you're gonna start missing certain people in your life. Here you're going to start missing certain people in your life, and I've seen this before. You know, like when I say, oh, here you're going to start missing certain people in your life, I mean this, for example, like the real people in your life, maybe certain family members you didn't spend enough time with. I think that things have been all over the place for you within the last few months. You've been worrying so much. You've been a little bit all over the place, and now you need to relax a little bit, my gorgeous Scorpione. I'm not having a go at you, but because you've been worrying so much, you've been under the pressure, whether you believe this or not, whether you understand this or not. I'm sure you're going to understand, because you're extremely intelligent and very spiritual, but you have been under the pressure, and that pressure that you have actually been under has affected your relationship with people. And something is going to happen like on the 20th of May where you're really going to kind of understand that those people in your life are more important than any kind of anything so stressful that you've been actually dealing with. And I like this. This is important. This is important because there is a very much so a mind-blowing lesson you are going to have this here as well. Mind-blowing realization and a very powerful spiritual lesson. You will realize that you're not going to be like entirely happy and excited and complete, for example, unless you make the certain move. And that certain move is, whatever this is, it's going to kind of be very positive when it comes to the people in your life, you know. It's going to reflect on the people in your life in the best possible way. And also, on the 20th of May, my gorgeous Scorpione, travel awaits you. Travel awaits you, as in traveling. I've seen this, I think I've seen this in your weekly reading. Your traveling awaits you, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is very important for you to understand. You know, it's one of those sacred journeys. Normally, when I see any traveling or any journey, when it comes to readings and things like that, then there is a bit more to it. It's not just about, oh yeah, you're going over there, you know, to do this, to do that. No. This travel and this journey that you're going to become aware of, you know, there is a process of a very specific change which is actually going to start with this in itself. So this travel and journey, something is going to happen, and in such an abrupt way, and you are going to need to make a decision to go somewhere, to make some kind of a journey. This is going to happen spontaneously. No, you're not going to have some kind of adventure whatsoever, but there is something really spiritual which is sorry. There is something really spiritual which is actually going to happen here. And you know, listen, I know this sounds confusing, but when you become aware of this trip and journey, it's like you're gonna need to go somewhere, and this is gonna be unplanned, okay? So whether this is gonna be like a long trip, or whether this is gonna be like a short trip, and whether you're gonna go this month, whether you're gonna go months after, whether you're gonna go in like 2 months time, it doesn't matter. As long as the energy of this month is connected to it, you're already walking through the really specific door, and which means that wherever you go, whatever you go to do, whatever is the reason for this traveling, there is a very important negotiation about something going to happen. Again, unplanned. This negotiation, you have no idea how important it's going to be, because also at the same time, at the time when this negotiation happens, there is something really specific you're actually going to find out, something really specific, okay? And something that you're going to find out about yourself and about your practical knowledge, and how really you're good about something, at something, and maybe you have been ignoring or neglecting that part of yourself. But then again, this is to do with the process of learning something as well, and none of these things would actually happen unless you went on that trip, went on that journey. So which means that, you know, my gorgeous Scorpione, not that long after that moment in time, when you're back from this trip, when you're back from this journey, after that moment in time, you are actually going to very, very shortly, about 17 or 18 days after that moment in time, you're already going to have a very interesting, you're going to become aware of this opportunity. But this opportunity is like a more to do with like maybe some kind of invitation or some kind of opportunity, but it is connected it is to do with an advancement of what you have actually find out, you know, when it comes to that practical knowledge. So it's to do with that. So it's to do with some kind of learning process. But you're gonna need to be very quick and very sharp when it comes to that, indeed, because there is so much that you're actually going to gain out of it, my gorgeous Scorpione, so much, you know, that you're gonna realize about yourself, but also you're gonna realize a very, very interesting abilities which are gonna lead towards all sorts of ideas which are gonna rejuvenate you, and they are gonna rejuvenate your life. You know, this couldn't have been more important time for you to actually dive into something like this. Honestly, absolutely brilliant. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Scorpione, absolutely stunning. It's called Herkimer Diamond. Absolutely stunning. It's called Herkimer Diamond, and it's obviously not a real diamond. It's a type of quartz, but it's very, very powerful. And I know this camera, maybe it's not doing any justice to it whatsoever, but it's really beautiful and it's very sparkly, you know, when you're wearing it. When you wear a Herkimer Diamond, it's really beautiful because it really kind of has a power to create this very specific energy around you, and you kind of start shining really brightly to those people that you want to be noticed by. So whether this is to do with like, whether this is to do with like a romance, or whether this is to do with like a business, whether this is to do with like just like whatever, people, spirituality, you know, certain people you want to attract, you know, whoever you want to attract, you are gonna be attracting that particular person or a group of people much faster, much sooner when you're actually wearing this. Okay, so in terms of energy, it is a very unique little crystal, but it's a very powerful as well when it comes to problem solving, my gorgeous Scorpione, and it's also very powerful when it comes to like a kind of protecting ourselves as well. It's a great little protector on another hand against negative energies. So this is something I would highly recommend you to wear within the next few months. Indeed, just remember, when you wear this, you get noticed by the people that you want to be noticed by, but it's also also bringing you a good luck on top of all that. When you wear a Herkimer diamond, you tend to have a more good luck with those people that you feel pressurized by, with those people that, with those things that you feel pressurized by, with those things that are making you feel stressed, with those things that are making you feel anxious, and with those things that are affecting your energy, you know, in such a way where you're kind of losing your energy because you're kind of worrying about certain things so much. So this really helps you nicely to snap out of it and stay on top of things. So on another hand, it helps you to protect your own energy, which is ever so important. So instead of wasting your energy, you know, you just kind of like really kind of preserve your energy, like for something that you need to kind of like have lots of energy to put towards, you know, when you start certain things, when you start new ventures, when you do things that you want to do, you know, and things like that. So this gorgeous Herkimer diamond, my gorgeous Scorpion, it comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Just click on the name of this video, it's going to expand, or just go see on top of the comment section. It's going to be pinned, or you simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. By buying from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Scorpioni, so thank you very much for that. The next important date is going to be on the 29th of May. On the 29th of May, something very, very unexpected is going to happen here. Something is going to happen, it's going to blow you away, it's going to be completely unexpected, a complete and sudden change. But then again, I'm sorry, but it's to do with you finding out that somebody was lying to you, that somebody was dishonest with you here on the 29th of May. Okay, and you know, at the same time, to be quite honest with you, you are gonna feel very grateful about it, because you're gonna see this as an accomplishment. You know why? Because you were just going to say something to this person, something so important, something so private, some kind of secret you were about to say to this person, and you're gonna feel so glad actually that you found out what you're going to find out before you say to this person what you wanted to say to them initially. So you're going to be like, thank God for that. Are you going to be sad? I don't think so. Irritated a little bit, but I don't think that you're going to be like, oh my God, that your world is going to come to an end. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. Which I do not think that this particular person is of any substance whatsoever. And I think you knew this. But anyway, so you're only going to be like a little bit disappointed with that particular person. But this is actually going to work in your favor so nicely. So nicely, you know. I know that this is gonna sound really weird, and of course this is gonna work in your favor, because you're not gonna say to this person what you were going to say to this person initially. So you already know that you've protected yourself from something, but it's also going to have a completely different effect on you. You know, because in between the 29th of May and the end of that month, in between the 29th of May and the end of that month, this particular person is going to be the main reason why you're going to have this strength, why you're going to feel so brave, why is your capacity going to be highlighted so much, but it's all going to be pushing towards you being really, really brave. And why is this? Is because now this particular person has somehow been overshadowing you. This particular person became a bit of a dark attachment in your life, and only now you're realizing this, and that's why within the next few days something bad is going to shift. A negative energy is going to shift. This fog, it's about to lift, and within the next few days before the end of this month are gonna be crucial when it comes to not only you realizing how brave you are, not only you realize what you're capable of in general, but you're also going to become aware of like new possibilities. like you will realize that this person was affecting you when it comes to you kind of feeling new possibilities and doing something about new possibilities in life. And this is a very powerful sign that this person was preventing your personal transformation and personal evolution, and that's why this is happening now. Suddenly you feel so brave about these new possibilities in your life, and on top of all that, you know, you're gonna find out what exactly you are capable of, in a good way, of course. And that means that you are gonna need to be persistent about these new possibilities that you're gonna become aware of in between the 29th of May and the end of that month. The next 78 days, I know, that's what I see. The next 78 days, you're gonna need to be so persistent when it comes to these possibilities. That's all I can say. The more persistent you are, the quicker your life is going to transform. Oh my goodness. And also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, what else I was going to say, when it comes to those of you in relationships, it's like, when it comes to those of you in relationships, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you know, it's like basically, you are going to realize that something is just making you feel so unhappy, both of you. Something is making you feel incomplete. And the reason why you both feel incomplete and maybe a little bit unhappy, it's only because something still hasn't happened. Something has been prolonged, you know, something has been prolonged, and I've seen this over and over again when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Something is being prolonged. It's to do with some kind of a plan, some kind of decision that you made like about a few years ago as a couple, but now, and you were feeling so excited about it, and then lots of other negative and bad things happened, and then you decided to put certain things on hold. And then, not that you necessarily forgot about, but there were so many other things happened along the way that took both of your attentions away. But this is going to keep on coming back until you understand and realize the seriousness of it, my gorgeous Scorpioni here. So you're both going to have like a really intense conversation. And I think that one of your friends or somebody who is very close to both of you, it's really going to inspire you. I think it's to do with their lifestyle, and I think it's to do with what they're going to say to you. And you're going to be inspired to the point where you're just going to realize it's all or nothing. Literally, that you are both going to realize that you will go for, that you need to carry on with some kind of a plan immediately. And you need to give everything to it and take it seriously, and you are both going to be absolutely fine, because you know, you will realize that you are not gonna be happy. Your both lives are gonna be incomplete, and you know, this plan that you came up with, you know, this is to do with your lifestyle. It's to do with you maybe making certain changes. I know it's to do with like a rather big change when it comes to your lifestyle, you know, and things like that. So that's why, you know, that takes time, and you know, things like that. It's going to take a time, it's going to take a planning and things like that. So this is why you were both kind of put off initially, but now you're going to realize this. So this is what's going to happen. So somebody who is very close to both of you is going to trigger the best within you, and that particular person is somebody who is a super genuine person in your life, somebody really beautiful, either your best friend from before or either your partner's best friend from before, but that best friend became your best friend as well. It's type of thing like that for a very, very long time. And then, like about a couple of weeks after that moment in time, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you are both gonna have an amazing news about this, and you will need to go somewhere. You will need to go somewhere to find something out, and then there is something crazy you're going to find out when it comes to all this. And on top of all that, you are going to have a mind-blowing sign, like a really, really good omen. You're both gonna know. You're not gonna be able to explain this sign, this really good omen. It's gonna involve some kind of animal, but my God, you will know. You will know that something strange is happening, strange but good. You like strange but good, my gorgeous Scorpione. And this is just the beginning. Oh my goodness. So there you go. You are gonna have your own sign and a really powerful confirmation as well. And those of you who are single and ready to mingle, no baby, no. It's like somebody from before, it's gonna decide to kind of creep in to your life. And I don't like this person, somebody very kind of good looking, somebody quite successful, somebody really kind of good looking, somebody, everybody thinks that that person is a good looking, you know, and that person is kind of delicious to so many people. It's that type of person, somebody irresistible in your eyes, and somebody who is resistible in so many other people's eyes as well. This person is very powerful when it comes to what they have achieved in life, and maybe they've got money or something like that. I don't know what it is, but this person is very powerful. Who is this person? Somebody from before I'm talking about. No baby, no. I don't like this person whatsoever. I think that this person is going to try to come back into your life, or you're going to see that person somewhere, your ex. Whether this lasted a long time, whether this, well, I don't think this person is capable to be a long time with somebody, but whether this lasted a long time, a really long time, whether this lasted just a short amount of time, and then you had so much fun, you know what I mean? But then again, it's just fun is fun. Having fun is just having fun. But to take things on the next level in terms of your emotions is just something completely different, you know, completely different. So the problem is that it's going to be like a blast from the past. This person is going to try to return into your life, or you're going to suddenly be reminded of that person. And you need to be strong, and you're going to have this desire, oh my God, I want to be with this person again. Something is going to take over, and it's going to kind of make you feel really weak when it comes to that person. Please be strong, because in the meantime, there is something else additional that you're going to hear about that bastard. There is something additional that you're going to hear about that ex of yours, and then this is going to, like, thank God, it's going to finally put you off. It's going to finally put you off. But what's going to happen in the meantime, stranger in the night, no, I'm joking. What's going to happen in the meantime in between you and your ex, you know, you just need to be strong. And you need to understand there is a reason why you felt about that person in the first place. The way you felt about that person in the first place. You need to be honest with yourself. And I want you to understand that within the last 7 days of May, you will overcome this obstacle, because this bastard became like a little obstacle in itself. And I'm sorry to call this person a bastard, but it's like somebody who likes too much fun, you know, and then people fell in love with this person, and this person is like being brought up in a certain way. I think it's a lot to do with their upbringing. They just have a different view on life to everybody else, and there is so much arrogance connected to this person, and I don't like this type of arrogance. But you know what? This type of arrogance can be also like quite attractive to some people. I understand even that. It can be attractive. You're like testing yourself, how far you can go with certain people. You know, you find out something new about yourself, but then along the line you get hurt as well, so there is no point whatsoever. Another lesson learned, beep, next. Now, listen, the last 7 days of May, something is going to happen, and you will realize that you overcame this already. But there is a reason why am I saying this. There is somebody who is going to enter your life. Now, this is the person that I'm getting excited about. This person is going to enter your life at around the end of May. It could be in June. But there is somebody else who is going to enter your life here. And it's going to happen at a time when you're having a really successful negotiation or really successful conversation that you were worrying about. At around that time, there is somebody very amazing who is going to enter your life. And this is why This is why you needed to have that little challenge when it comes to your ex, lover. You know, this is why you needed to have that challenge. This is why you needed to be reminded of that person. You know, a little spiritual test. You're just kind of to see how honest you are gonna be with yourself. If you are ready for the next relationship or not. If you got too much for this ex one, no baby, no, you're not ready. But now, since you're gonna respond in the right way, you know, you are gonna be blessed with this remarkable, gorgeous person, with a real person who is going to enter your life. But it's very difficult to say whether this is going to happen in May or June. But then again, at the same time, it's going to happen at the time when you're having like a really important conversation or negotiation with somebody, which is going to work in your favor, and some kind of desires of yours are going to be highlighted, which you're going to feel so happy about. So you see, it's kind of one thing is again going to lead into another, and this is why, you know, ex-partners are our ex-partners for a reason, you know. See what I mean? Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I love you, baby. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye.